Ooh. So today I want to talk about poverty is a mindset. Wealth is a mindset. Okay? Make your choice. Make your choice. So before I get into my talk, feel free to tell me your name and the city you're joining me from. I'm live here in Atlanta, Georgia. It's safe to say winter is here. Okay, it's getting colder and colder. There's a lot of very cold wind coming in. So, and by the way, can you hear me very well? If you can hear me very well, tap I can hear you well. But tell me your name and where you're joining me from. I'm going to be talking to you guys about poverty is a mindset. Wealth is a mindset. Make your choice. It's important to know that whatever it is that we experience is always a function of our mindset. Samuel from Nigeria, Bashiru from Ogun State. Who else is here? Okay, your name and where you're joining me from, anywhere in the world. And please invite people to today's conversation. There's a lot to share. I have a few minutes to share them. I have about 15 minutes for this show. But I promise you there's, a lot of wisdom around it. And I'll share a few stories. That I think will add value to you. Comrade Nuruddin from Lagos. How you doing, comrade? Thank you for joining. Who else is here? I can hear you, Abiodun from Nigeria. Okay, so I have a lot of my Nigerian family joining. Francis from Nigeria. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining. Good to have you here. And God bless you all. I have Frank from Canada now. Yes. So we have Canada. I thought it's only Nigerians. Because everybody just joining with just Nigerians. I want to start this show with a story. Okay? A very powerful story about my own life. First of all, I need to know I wasn't born rich. I was born extremely poor. My mother was a civil servant. My father's business had crumbled before I was born. Mohammed from Nigeria, welcome. And I remember, I still can't forget my mom taking me to her neighbor to borrow money to send me to school. I was extremely angry, and what made me to be angry was that the neighbors looked at her and in a very condescending way. It wasn't just that they didn't borrow us the money that got me pissed off. It was just the way they looked at us, and I just felt it wasn't comfortable. And I remember once asking, why are we poor? Why do we have to beg, borrow money? And her answer to me was, it was because I don't have a university degree. Okay? If you can get a university degree, you will get a good job and you will make more money and you'll be out of poverty. Okay? My late mom, that was our answer to the reason why we were poor. But today, I know better that it wasn't because of a degree. Because I've seen a lot of people who didn't even go to school who are multi-millionaires. And I did an article a few days ago, and I showed you a gentleman here in the US who is a multi-millionaire here in the US, and he doesn't even have a college degree. Okay? Back in Africa, we have a lot of great people who are wealthy, We don't have a degree. A lot of people still don't know that Dangote does not have a degree. Okay, he got a certificate from a particular university, but it wasn't like a degree. You go to university for 4 or 5 years, right? A lot of the richest guys you know in Nigeria are not. Some are dropouts. Okay, so the truth remains that wealth is actually a product of a mindset. Poverty is also a product of a mindset. However, the major reason is lack of financial intelligence. Everybody type financial intelligence. Okay? Can we all type financial intelligence? It's extremely cold and you have a lot of wind blowing. I want everybody to type financial literacy or financial intelligence. But let me start with financial literacy, right? So the problem is that people were going to school to get a degree, but the degree only teaches you how to, okay, help somebody else manage their business. A degree does not teach you how to be rich. A degree does not even teach you how to manage your own personal finance. Even if you study accounting, it doesn't teach you how to count your own money. It teaches you how to count money of companies, money of other people, not yours. So what's going on was that people were getting of course there was the era of my mother, okay, it was called the industrial age, and even Nigeria experienced that industrial age. Now in the industrial age era, there was almost more job than even people, so there were a lot of jobs. And so the way to differentiate certain people is, okay, you that you have a degree, you get promoted faster than the one without a degree. You that you have a master's, you get promoted faster. But the reality was also that the university system was created as a way to separate, okay, all these various workers. Okay, that was the intention. The university system was a way to separate all the various workers who were working for some of the richest people in the world. John D. Rockefeller, J.P. Morgan, and all these great people. Okay? So they were part of those who invested. And that's why they invested a lot in the universities, because it helped to separate even their workers. Now, you that have more degree, you get more job, you get more money, and all that. But the university was never a system created to make you make more money. And that is not a reason not to go to university. I still believe in the university system till tomorrow. I still think you should go to school, because what university does for you or going to school, it makes you a more enlightened person. It gives you a lot of exposure. It helps you to build your mental and critical thinking ability. So please go to school, but do not go to school with the mindset that, oh, if I go to school, then I'll get a good job, then I'm going to be rich. That is where a lot of people missed it, including our parents. And you can't blame them, because that's also what they were told. And in their days, that was the reality. Okay, in their days, you get a good degree, then you get a better job, then you make more money. But in reality, nobody has ever become wealthy through having a job. Okay? Again, this is not to say you should not have a job. I have a job. I still work for the company I own, but I still work. So, but this is to let you know that don't stay there. Okay? Don't be contented with the fact that, okay, so I have a job, then I'm going to be waiting for my boss to make me rich. Okay? Some people are waiting for their countries to make them rich. In reality, there are poor people everywhere in the world. There are poor people here in America. Go to downtown New York, Manhattan, you're going to see homeless people. Okay? Dallas, Houston, Atlanta, you're going to see homeless people everywhere. So there are poor people everywhere in the world. The government anywhere in the world is not going to make you rich. And for your information, some of the people, and again, I pray that we begin to invest in saying the truth. Okay? And I want to encourage Nigerians in diaspora to be truthful, to be honest with people back in Africa, or generally Africa in diaspora. Okay? Let's stop lying to our people. Because you and I know that because you're in America does not mean you're rich. A lot of people back here are struggling. Okay? Really, really struggling. Somebody was sharing with me how one of his friends went to Nigeria. Of course, when you change the little dollar you get here, you change it to Naira, it becomes a lot. So you go home, you spray money, you brag to everybody. And when the friend got back to the US, the friend said, well, I'm back to reality. I'm back to the hustle. 20 job, 3 jobs, 2 jobs, $15 an hour, $20 an hour. I'm back to reality. I'm back to the work. Nobody sees each other. So, back to my conversation. So the question is now, after all of this thing I've shared with you, how do you become rich? The first thing is to get the knowledge of wealth. Understand the difference between an asset and liability. Understand the difference. Understand what actually makes you wealthy. And so even if you have a job today, okay, you are taking measures. The noise of the fire service in America gets me. It's just too loud. I don't know why they did it that way. Just unnecessarily loud. Okay? So, I'm not in any way telling you not to get a job. Like I told you, I own my company, but it's still a job. I still go to work. I still take it serious. Okay? I'm still having responsibilities and hard work. So I'm not against that. But to wait on just that, okay, is where the problem is. So you see people just waiting on only what will come from the job. Rather, what I say is get a job if you have to. But on the side, begin to invest first in the knowledge of investment. Not even business. Because while you are working on a job, if you pick up so-called side hustle, extra business, it's usually difficult to combine the two. Okay? Always difficult to combine a side hustle, okay, with another business. But learn about investment. Learn about how to put money on the side. I did a training here in Atlanta, Georgia yesterday, okay? And one of my students was sharing how he was based then in Pretoria, in South Africa. And he was even a student. But as a student, he was curious and was ready to start researching about real estate, about investment. And there was a loan. Then you could just take a loan. There was a lot of money. It was before the South African World Cup. So South Africa had so much money everywhere. Banks were giving loan. And he took a loan to buy about 3 properties or 4 properties. And then at some point he started coming to the US. He sold one of those properties and was able to raise $50,000. And with the $50,000, he bought a house here in the US for $50,000. Okay, $50,000. Now, in practically 10 years later, the value of that house he bought for $50,000 is currently going for $250,000. Now, that is called financial intelligence. That's called financial literacy. So I'm not even about, start a business, be a CEO. All of us cannot even start a company. All of us don't even have the patience to run a business and endure a business. But you can begin to learn what is an asset, what is a liability. Okay? How do I save money? How do I invest money? What are opportunities I can start getting now? Where can I start putting money so that years later I can get return on investment? These are the things you want to focus on and you want to begin to learn. Okay? And once you start learning them, it's not going to be sudden. It's not going to be overnight, but gradually you are changing your story. You're learning, you're becoming better. You're understanding the concept of wealth and liability. You are gathering more assets. And years to come, you realize that when others are saying there's a casting down, you are saying there's a lifting up, because your story is gradually changing. Again, poverty is a mindset. Wealth is a mindset. Why? A poor person says, I cannot afford it. A rich mindset says, how can I afford it? A poor mindset says, well, we don't know how they made their money. A rich mindset says, can I investigate how they made their money? If it's legit, then I'm going to replicate the same. Right? A poor mindset says, all rich people are bad people. Right? They are arrogant, they are condescending, they are this. I don't want to mix with them. A rich mindset says, hey, two poor people cannot help themselves. I want to relate with people who are wealthy so that I can learn from them the way to legitimately build wealth. It's up to you. Do you have a poverty mindset or do you have a wealth mindset? A poverty mindset argues even on what they don't know. A rich mindset says, I want to sit at the foot of those who are ahead of me and learn from them. A poverty mindset relax when things are good, cries when things are bad. A rich mindset begins to figure things out. When things are good, he begins to plan for the rainy season, for the dry season rather. Okay? And when things are bad, he's ready for a harvest. It's a mindset. It's not about what's in your account. A poor mindset says, I want to do it all by myself. I don't need nobody. Me alone, all by myself. I'm going to do whatever I want to do. And a rich mindset say, no, I have to leverage on OPM and OPT. I have to leverage on other people's money. I have to leverage on other people's time to be able to scale whatever it is that I am currently doing. Poverty or mindset or wealth is a mindset. It's about how your mind operates. Okay? A poverty mindset says, do not challenge the status quo. Leave things the way they are. Okay? Continue to beg rich people to dash you money. A rich mindset says, no, I can create my own wealth. Just show me the way. Don't give me fish. Show me. Teach me how to fish. And then I'm fine. Okay? That is a rich mindset. A poor mindset says, Dr. Stephen, okay, how I wish I am like you. Okay, when I grow up, I'll be like you. Dr. Stephen, oh, God, when? That is a poor mindset. A rich mindset says, how did you do it? Okay, God is no respecter of person. If he did it for Dr. Stephen, he will do it for me. What are the sacrifices to be made? Okay, because Dr. Stephen did not get there by luck. He has sacrificed some things. When others are playing, he was working. There are things he endured. How do I endure the same? Okay, what is the sacrifice you paid for the empire you have built? That's a rich mindset talking. But a poor mindset is a victim mindset. Well, it wasn't my fault. Oh, it was always their fault. Oh, nobody likes me. Nobody helped me. Like the story of the man at the pool of Bethesda. He blamed everybody else. There was nobody to help me. And that wasn't the question. The question is, what is your need? That's what Jesus was asking him. How can I help you? But he just went on ranting and blaming. That is a poverty mindset. A rich mindset. Okay? It's like that of the Samaritan woman. Who Jesus told her, I'm not, is this Samaritan woman? I'm not sent I'm only sent to help me. If you can hear me type, I can hear you. So Jesus said to that woman, well, I'm not sent to you. Okay? I'm sent to the lost sheep of Israel. And at some point, Jesus said, look, the food that are meant for children, you don't give it to dogs. Rather than the woman getting angry, the woman said, look, even the dogs are entitled to crumbs from the table. A rich mindset knows that he cannot be poor and be proud. A poor mindset adds poverty plus pride and now has an acute mental poverty. Because There are levels to poverty as well as there are levels to wealth. It's a different thing not to have money in your account. It's called being broke. It's not equal to poverty. But when you don't have money in your account and you have not also invest mentally on how to then fill your account legitimately with money, now you are actually a poor person. There are some of us, we are sometimes broke. We just don't have money in the account as of today, but we are not poor. Okay? Because our mind is rich. Our mind is full of ideas and concepts. We know how we are going to move to the next level. We've invested in knowledge. We've invested in how. A poor mindset does not invest in how. A poor mindset wants it free. Help me. Free. Give me free. Free, free, free. A rich mindset says there must be value in exchange for another value. Are we learning, guys? If you're learning, type I'm learning. Let me repeat that again. A poor mindset says, give me for free. Help me. I need your help. Dash me. Or help me, your brother. Literally wanting something for nothing, which is aka scamming, aka, and we sometimes don't even know that's what we're doing. Anytime you are expecting people to give you something for nothing, you are technically having a scamming mindset. A rich mindset says, anytime I want to get value, I must also offer some value, because this world works in form of exchange of value. The source of money, the way to make money, is to exchange value for cash. That's the only way. So a person with a rich mindset sees somebody and says, what value can I add to you so that I can get some more money from you? And that's how to continually be rich. Some of us who are rich today, we only solve problems. We solve real estate problems. We help people get property in Nigeria. We help people got property in Dubai, in the UK, here in the US. We are helping people get property, to have a roof over their head, to be able to get rental income from the asset they have. And because we are doing all that work for them, we constantly continue to be rich. And some people who are waiting for us to crash, waiting for us to become poor, they keep getting poorer and poorer by the day. Some who even cost us, use their mouth to say all manner. We are constantly growing richer and bigger every day. But why? Because God is a God of principle. Anytime you sow value, you must reap money. Anytime you sow value to people, you must reap money. But anytime you get money without sowing value, okay, you have introduced yourself to calamities and more poverty in the future. Because I tell people that money actually encourages laziness. Any money you get without working for it, you are encouraged to remain lazy. Okay? And ultimately, it's not sustainable wealth. When you earn money that you didn't work for, okay, a mental laziness is introduced into your faculty, which is why you want to work for the money that you make. Because when you work for the money that you make, even if you lose it, you know how to get it back again. And that's the best way to make money. Okay? When you actually worked for it, when you actually went through a process of acquiring that wealth. It wasn't just by luck. It wasn't just by somebody loving you and just dashing you money. No. All my life, even when I was poor, I'm not interested in you dashing me money. I want to learn how to make my own. Okay? I want to learn how to. Again, wealth mindset. I want everybody to type here. From today, I vow to build a wealthy mindset and not a poverty mindset. Come on, everybody, I want you to type it right away. Okay? From today, mindset and not a poverty mindset. Can you all type it? From today, I vow to build a wealthy mindset and not a poverty mindset. I want everybody to type. It is the wealth mindset that creates exceptional wealth. Value for value. I look at this. I'll give you an example. This is a wealthy mindset. This is a particular art. Okay? Do you see the lady model like she's a lion? Do you see a lion image beside her? Now this is an hotel, if you see all the doors, you're seeing lion sign, is just an intentional, interior decoration concept. Now, I intentionally picked this hotel because everything about it is branded around lion. And two animals I love, lion and eagle. But just by choosing to do branding around lion, they've attracted me. I paid more for this hotel than another hotel. Value. Anytime you're thinking of adding value to people, they will be willing to pay you more just because of the value you're adding. So anytime you're poor, just ask yourself, how do I add value so that I can make more money? How do I add value so that I can make more money? How do I add value so that I can make more money? Thank you all for listening. I love you all. God bless you real good. Have a wonderful, 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 wonderful rest of the day. God bless you. Bye-bye.